All right, James, bro, what you just ask me, man?
Man, how teaching been for you?
Has who been teaching?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's been good, bro. But I was just talking to my mom and my coworker, cause you know me and my mom work together. I was just talking to them, and I'm like, bro, I don't know. I might have to like. I really got to think about the profession that I'm in, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like my job a lot. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. But
Right.
I just think it's more for me than where I'm at. So like what I
Mm.
do and with my students, and I kind of feel like at times that um like some of the people on the job just kind of don't take it as serious. And it's supposed to be about the kids, but it's like it be so many different things that be happening in a building that just be making me feel like it's just not really about the advancement of the kids, like like the education aspect of the kids, which is the whole purpose of why we there. We at a school. Like
Mm.
an example of that is like when we now I work in the sped department, so I work with kids that aren't on grade level. Any
Mm-hmm.
student that I'm working with is not on grade level; they're behind,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so many times, bro, they be getting pulled out of class. Like, I mean, for like the craziest stuff, bro, it'd be like, we need these boxes moved out the storage room. So they come and get the kids out of their damn reading class so that they could move boxes out the storage room. And they'd be like,
Yeah,
bro,
I've seen
they
that
can't.
before. Like,
It's like, bro, they can't afford to not be in the classroom, bro. Not them.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you, like a Gen Ed student that's doing fairly well. They are well over passing. They probably don't have like straight A's, but they A/B student. You know what I'm saying? Rarely get C's, whatever like that. Like they're passing. They're doing well. Them
Mm-hmm.
students are the ones that like you can pull them because they can afford it. But the kids that like they're barely passing, they have behavioral issues. They already need to be in class to actually learn the material, like because maybe they miss school or because they get in trouble so much they're not in class. Like them, not the kids that need to be missing out. And I just feel like it's a regular. We just had like a Christmas tree decorating thing that all of the classrooms did. Each classroom decorated a Christmas tree.
Right.
And they had some of the kids, now not all of like my students or anything like that, but it was some kids that I noticed that was out there and they was helping like set up the Christmas trees. That wasn't a problem or nothing like that. But it was like such a emphasis in terms of class time, like classroom instructional time, to get those Christmas trees together. Like I remember it was one time we was in the middle of a lesson last week, and like pretty much the whole lesson stopped so that we can make ornaments for the Christmas tree. And I was like, bro, like what are we doing, bro? Like, I'm sorry, like we
You're
can't
behind.
afford to do that. You know what I'm saying? That just the main thing that just came to my head. And so it made me just kind of think about like what I'm doing in my profession and how I feel every day being at the job. Like, I don't feel bad being there, but I'm gonna be honest, like I feel like that I wish that I really had more time to focus on what I really want this organization to turn into. I really do wish I
Mm.
had more time to invest into that and to catapult it into the direction it's supposed to be in. And I know, like, in order for that to happen, I got to take a little bit more time, you know, talking to God and getting in my word and finding out what ways He wants to not only bless me but bless the people around me and kind of groom and elevate the people that's around me, because I think that's the reason why, like, if I look it up, why it's probably not in the place that it could be in is because we all have to be groomed. Even myself as a leader, you as a leader, Chris as a leader, and all of the other collective members, we kind of got to be groomed in a sense to get to where we're supposed to be at, and then the advancement of the team will happen. But I think because there's still grooming and stuff, and there's always going to be grooming that needs to happen, but I think that like there's specific things that we're supposed to be doing that we're not doing, and that's why there's a lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? Now all of that transfers back to my job. Like when I'm at work and I'm there and I kind of just feel like I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like that. I don't really feel like I'm advancing, bro. Not even just me personally, but I feel like my students ain't learning. I don't know if like the students in terms of like the gen ed are really learning. Like I just feel like that they there every day. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of are just, this is what you're supposed to do. Go to school. So you just going to school, but you're not really learning anything. And to,
Focusing the information.
yeah, like I just feel like there's not really a whole lot of advancement that's happening, and that's a big downfall to me personally. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Teaching is good though. Uh, it's every day is pretty much good. I don't have any issues at my job with anybody or really with anything. I'm not giving a hard time about nothing. I think the one thing that I do need to work on very, very much so, and it's not even just with work. This is really just generally speaking. I just got to be on time. I got to be on time. I'm sick
Yeah.
of like not being on time. I mean, that's on time for a lot of different things. The only thing I'm not late to is church. That's the only thing that I typically be on time for. Like, I be at church, and that's really because I have to. Like, if I'm not there, then certain things won't happen, within the sanctuary and stuff like that, because I'm a musician. But other than that, it's like, I don't know. So I just want to get better with that. And I think that like once I do that, um, other things will start to transpire. But one of the things that I'm very, very heavy on is trying to figure out what my direction is in terms of a career path, because I know that teaching is something that I can always do. I can always be in the field of education because of who I am. But I think that there's more for me than just being a teacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm an influencer more than anything else, in my opinion. And I think that I need more focus personally. I need more
Right.
focus in those different areas to kind of get out there and really be helping people. Because right now, I don't feel like I'm helping too many people. And that's kind of lackluster for me. I don't really like that.
Mm. You
So,
feel like you need to do more, or whatever.
yeah.
You think
The,
maybe
but
going to a school?
Um, no, not necessarily. This is the second school I've been at, and it's better
Mm.
than the first one that I was at. For some reason, some things are better, I would say. I like the culture more at at the previous school. It just wasn't organized at all. So there's a lot of stuff that just used to kind of happen like off of a whim, and that used to be annoying. But you deal with it.
Mm.
But at this school, it's a bit more organized. They have structure to a sense, but I feel like more so because they have to. Like the other school I was at was a charter, so they did everything kind of off of their own merits. But
Mm.
because I'm at a public school, they have to follow a guideline, so they kind of have to be up to par. You know what I'm saying, in certain places. But if they were taking off that, like if it wasn't a public school and it was a charter, and they kind of could do whatever they wanted to do, as
Mm.
long as like their kids are learning, and they have kids that are graduating within their graduating class and stuff like that, and the analytics in terms of kids actually performing well, like the performance of the school is good, they don't really have anything to worry about. So but
Mm.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think, and this is really not even like the source of like me answering the question, but I think that ultimately, um, I think ultimately the school system for me right now is just not about learning. It's just more so about the kids just being
Memorization.
somewhere. So maybe remember who?
Memorization or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like memorizing instead of like really soaking in the information in them. Like honestly, within the last, honestly, bro, I feel like they should push school back.
Yeah.
like make you stay. Like I know I would hate it, but it hasn't been till like the last couple of years. I even say maybe just the last year, maybe like last 1 or 2 years that I've really been appreciating things more.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a personal maturity thing, but it maybe comes with age or just that's just me. But
Mm-hmm.
like I've been looking up things more often just because I want to know, because I appreciate things. Like I was watching the Oppenheimer movie and I was like, oh this is our history. But there's some
Yeah.
things that I remember, but I'm like it didn't soak in. I always liked history, but some days I may not want to soak in the information. I would just want to go home. But
Yeah.
as I'm older, I appreciate the history more. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm matured, or it could be because maybe I'm doing it at my own pace. Maybe that's something in the educational system that they're not doing. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I appreciate like learning more as an adult than I did when I was a child, when I was younger.
I feel that.
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
No, I feel that. I feel that. And I think that that is something that happens, and I think that there has to be an importance that's made continuously. Uh this is the last thing I'll say, and I'll kind of just end this portion of the video. And me and you obviously can keep talking, but for the sake of the video, I think that my disconnect right now in terms of the educational system is that there's a huge focus on trying to satisfy how the kids feel versus giving them what they need.
Right.
And to me, I can't get with that. I think that what you actually want should come after you get what it is that you need. You don't just go
Or what
and
you earn.
yeah, basically yeah. And the tough thing about it though is that if we go based off of what people earn, if we go based off of what people earn, it would barely be anything because a lot of these kids aren't even doing stuff that's worth them earning a reward or an incentive or anything like that. And it's unfortunate, but it is the truth. So I just would
Mm-hmm.
like to see more of that, but maybe we will in the future. Maybe we won't. I don't know what's going to happen. But I know for me, I need to get more so into public speaking and I need to be out there actually as an influencer and carrying that a little bit more into, what my career path is. And I think that I'll be straight.